It's Tuesday, April 20th, 2021. We're not going to make any 420 jokes. We're going to talk about Cardano. Get ready. Let's go. Item number one. Danger, Will Cardanoson. We've got fake NFTs being minted on our blockchain. Thank you to pool.pm, which is run by the Smaug. Smaug? I still don't know how to pronounce it. Smaug, I guess. Smaug staking pool. He pointed out people are minting fake rare space buds and Cardano bits, and he told you how to avoid this. The policy ID starts with 1131301A for Cardano bits and D5E6BF05. I guess it's 05. No, that's a 05 for space buds. You can see right here. Not correct. These are fake. Not correct. Fake. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. I think we're going to see more and more of this, especially as people realize how valuable some of these space buds have become. There will probably be more and more forgeries. Item number two, today is Get ADA Day. Get ADA Day. It is time for staking rewards. Epic 260 is ending and we are going to get paid. These are not final numbers because the Epic's not over yet, but it will end today. And if you want to see how the Epic ended up, you can go over here to adapools.org and check that out, probably along with other sources. So I hope you all crushed it on your staking. I hope you got gigantic rewards today and that you hodl it or spend it on something nice. Item number three, what is this? Twitter user ATADA_stake says, testnet voting via hardware wallet progress coming soon to a hardware wallet near you. And when you look at their Ledger Nano S down there, it says register Catalyst voting key. That means this Twitter user is testing out the ability to vote in Catalyst with a Ledger Nano S. This is great news. Being somebody who back in the day lost money when a certain exchange was hacked, I had some Bitcoin on an exchange. The exchange got hacked. Apparently, they socialized the losses because not all the accounts on the exchange got hacked, but they socialized the losses across all of our accounts, or at least that's what we were led to understand, led to believe. And I lost an amount of Bitcoin that today would be a significant amount of money. Very sad, but I learned a very valuable lesson, and that's that you cannot ignore the advice, not your keys, not your coin. If you have a substantial amount of crypto, and I mean, I understand if you've only got 10, 20, 30 bucks worth of crypto, maybe it's okay to not buy a hardware wallet. But if you've got like the equivalent of like a month's salary in crypto, you should probably buy a hardware wallet. And when you buy a hardware wallet, you should keep in mind that you want to minimize the number of people who've had their hands on that hardware wallet, right? So you don't want to buy a hardware wallet in like a physical retail location because you don't know how many people have had their hands on your hardware wallet in between the manufacturer and you. Likewise, you probably don't want to buy it on Amazon. What I would do is buy your hardware wallet directly from the manufacturer, right? You're probably going to buy a Ledger or a Trezor. So those will come to you. Like if it's a Ledger, it's going to get shipped to you from France. It doesn't really take that long. Even in the United States, it doesn't take that long to get a Ledger from France. That baby's going to fly on through. You'll get it. It won't take much longer than a lot of regular Amazon shipments. Buy it directly from the manufacturer. I think a Ledger Nano S now, because the Ledger Nano X is out, a Ledger Nano S is only like 55, 59 bucks, something like that. Pretty cheap. Buy it directly from the manufacturer. You know, it'll take them some short amount of time, like 7 days, 10 days, 14 days, something like that to get you the Ledger. Not that bad. If you've got a lot of crypto, strongly suggest you buy a Ledger and you should probably get something durable to write your private key down on the mnemonic for your private key. I personally like to use those steel plated things. There's a few different manufacturers of those, but I inscribe my mnemonic representing my private key on steel plates. I strongly suggest you do the same thing, because if you just keep your private keys on paper, if there's a house fire and your private key gets burned up and your ledger gets burned up, you might be in trouble. So if you've got a significant amount of crypto, probably get a ledger and find some durable means to write down your mnemonic, right? I think you can buy those little plate things. They're not that expensive. I mean, they're cheaper than Ledger. I can't remember how much I spent. Maybe $20. They're not that bad. But take care of your crypto, protect yourself. If you've got a lot of money, it's worth spending the 55, $59 for Ledger and maybe another $20 or something for a durable means to write down your private key. Item number 4, if you've got development skills or technical sales skills and you like Cardano, today might be your lucky day. So IOHK, I guess we should call them IO Global now, no longer Input Output Hong Kong. Now they're IO Global, Input Output Global. IO Global just posted like 80 jobs. There's all kinds of stuff in there. It's largely dev. They're largely dev roles. Few other things, a lot of dev stuff. But if you like Cardano, or even if you just like crypto in general, and you've got the right skill set, this could be a great job. I mean, this could be getting it on the ground floor at that company, IOHK. That might be a good play right now. I'm going to go ahead and say that could be a great play right now. They seem to be doing nothing but growing, as evidenced by the fact that they're hiring like 80 people. So if you get the right skills, I'd say get on that. Item number 5. Well, here we are. It wasn't 2 days ago, I think, that we talked about how a Doge bubble inflating and bursting too quickly could lead to unwanted regulation. And here we have a news outlet dropping this story. Biden administration in early stages of developing a regulatory approach to crypto markets. So not a shocker, right? This is not a shocker. We've got Democratic control of the legislative branch, Democratic control of the executive branch. When that happens, you have more regulation. It's just the nature of the beast. This is how Washington works, right? The left is always going to pass more regulation. Crypto has been kind of a prime candidate for this, because not only do you have the normal, we have to protect the consumer kind of impulse, but you've also got probably a lot of Wall Street rooting for crypto to be regulated, just like they don't want Wall Street bets doing their thing, right? They would love for crypto to get regulated. So first, I'm going to start with the silver lining on this story, though. The presenter of this story, Charlie Gasparino, or at least the guy they interview, says he's been talking to a lot of securities attorneys and hearing some really good chatter. So we've previously talked about the fact that Gary Gensler is the new head of the SEC, and Gary Gensler used to teach crypto and blockchain classes at MIT. So we can be super happy we have an SEC chairman who actually knows something about crypto. That's good news. The silver lining, though, is actually that Gasparino, who was kind of the source on this story, he says he's been talking to a lot of securities attorneys and hearing this chatter that Gensler is leaning towards approving a Bitcoin ETF as a way to throw a bone to conservative lawmakers. So this is great. It's been a goal of the crypto space to get a Bitcoin ETF for a long time. So it'd be great if we get that Bitcoin ETF. And I think it's more important in that it's a signal that we're not going to have everybody's worst nightmare. That's a nationwide version of the New York bid license. Probably be way better if we had a nationwide version of Wyoming. Wyoming, in their sage wisdom, decided, hey, crypto's the future. Let's not only not regulate crypto with too heavy a hand. Let's actually welcome crypto with open arms. So you've already got, as soon as Gensler was confirmed as SEC chairman, you had Senator Loomis from Wyoming offering on Twitter that she would love it if she could talk to Gensler about seeking a national regulatory framework for crypto that looks something like Wyoming. That may be too much to hope for. Maybe that's too wild a dream for us in crypto to dream. But I think the fact that they might allow a Bitcoin ETF finally means that we won't end up with New York. I don't think we'll end up with Wyoming. I don't dare even dream that. That would be fantastic. But I don't think we will end up with Wyoming. I think it'll probably be something in between. But I don't think we need to worry about the debilitating, crushing, heavy hand of regulation sweeping across the nation, because the Biden administration probably realizes that these crypto businesses are global entities, and they would just flee and reincorporate in Singapore. I mean, that's what would happen. They would go to a crypto friendly jurisdiction. If the US and Europe are not crypto friendly, they will just reincorporate elsewhere. No problem, right? We saw the rich flee California over the last year. And you would see the same thing with crypto businesses out of the US. And I hope the Biden administration realizes that. I think they probably do. So we probably won't see this horrible New York style regulation across the United States. I don't think we can dare dream that we'll see Wyoming, but I hope we see something more on the Wyoming side of things than the New York side. Time will tell on that. Keep your fingers crossed. And with that, I will see you tomorrow.